Welcome back. This podcast explores the beautiful space where generosity occurs through ancient and modern writings from all cultures and religions, seeking deeper wisdom for capital campaign work in small towns. If you like this podcast, please share it within your network. We are starting a short series on authentic giving. Due to the nature of capital campaigns, it is easy to fall into the trap of asking for a transactional donation because of various common features of a campaign, such as methods to give to save on taxes and naming rights. That is, give this donation and you can name a part of the building. Let's start this series about authentic giving in looking at our approach. This week, I am reading a quote from Growing Givers' Hearts, Treating Fundraising as Ministry by Thomas Jevons and Rebecca Birch-Basinger, published in 2000. Quote, "When conventional economic and marketing assumptions shape and undergird the work of charitable fundraising, whether for Christian organizations or others, potential donors will often be approached with the expectation that they will be more interested in having their names in a program or on a plaque or in receiving a premium or tax break than in giving to help others out of the goodness of their hearts. When this happens, fundraisers often fail to recognize or help donors see the potentially world-changing and life-giving power that may be present in or working through the goodness of the donors' hearts and souls. If only someone would acknowledge it, call it forth, and nurture it." End quote. Several years ago, I learned this principle through a bit of a failure. I was working with a nonprofit client that had had a donor who planned to give a gift of appreciated stock. Immediately, I advised the nonprofit to set up the process for the donor to transfer the stock to the client and avoid capital gains tax. However, when the donor was told how to avoid capital gains tax, they refused and instead insisted on selling the stocks, paying the capital gains tax, and donating the proceeds. This donor cared more about the life-changing and life-giving power that was present in and working through the goodness of their heart and soul rather than the tax break. And frankly, the donor was a bit offended to be offered a way to save money in his giving. Imagine if the conversation had gone differently. What if I hadn't assumed that the donor would want a tax break? What if I had encouraged the nonprofit to first approach the conversation with an acknowledgement that this donor was giving out of the goodness of their heart? What if only after that goodness was fully acknowledged, then the nonprofit had a conversation with the donor about what they wanted to accomplish through their method of giving? When we approach donors with the assumption that they wish to give authentic gifts without receiving anything in return, we can better avoid any feeling that the gift is a transaction. Let's reflect on one question this week. How are we approaching donors with a mindset of authentic giving that acknowledges the world-changing and life-giving power that resides in the donors' hearts and souls? Share this podcast if you enjoy these 5-minute reflections and subscribe to receive these reflections released every week. To explore small-town capital campaign coaching deeper, visit servingnonprofits.com. See you next week.